on welfare and middle-class families, and business owners. I've had clients that were scientists all the way down. I've had clients that were drug addicts. I have clients that are middle-class family, are in the middle of the divorce, or have a blended family, or have custody issues, or you name it. There's no hurting people are hurting people. Bottom line, and so being able to really connect with people at the level that they're at, and meeting them where they're at, and accepting them where they're at, and really helping them to forge a plan. This is where we're at. Where do you see yourself going? Now, what do we need to do today to get you there? And together we'll get you there, and really work out the treatment plan as a team. It's not, I'm the one, I'm not the expert. I really believe the client is the expert of their own life, and I'm here to facilitate that plan with them to get them unstuck. I call it the stuck. Everybody comes in stuck because they have an ideal self, where they want to be and where they're at. And so what I do is I really say, okay, this is where you want to be, this is where you're at, and what do we need to do today so that this becomes one? And really holding their hand and encouraging them and walking with them through that journey, and really I've seen some tremendous things take place in people's lives where I'm just like, I always knew it, I seen it in them, I believed in them, and I never doubted for a minute that they had the ability to get there. But when I actually see them get there, it's the best thing in the whole wide world. And I'm so proud of them, and I make sure that they know they get lots of affirmation from me, and really I'm their biggest cheerleader.
So what type of issues do young adults and adolescents have as they're growing into adults, just physically? What are they dealing with?
Well, this is, for the boys, their voice, this is something that I've dealt with this week. It's so funny. But with the boys, the big thing is their voice change. How deep is their voice? So the deeper their voice, the more older they feel. And if their voice changes, at 12 or 13, which is normal 14. And so for boys, I've noticed that it's that height and weight is a big deal.
Okay.
For girls, the changes that they go through is really hair, makeup, clothes, and then their social circle, their friends, who they fit in with, and really how are they accepted amongst their peers are big changes that I see teenagers go through. But what I've been noticing lately in the last month or so with a lot of my clients is they're 17 and they're turning 18. And so this is where I feel like they're at a crossroads, and there's no real guidance or direction for their lives. It's you're an adult when you turn 18. You can do what you want. You can move out. And there's all this pressure when you turn 18, and they're 17. They go to bed and wake up in the morning, and they're 18, but they still feel the same, think the same, and they still have no life plan. But they're expected to be adults now, and there's this immense pressure that they feel that ties into the loneliness, ties into the low self-esteem, ties into the feeling of hopelessness and lack of self-worth, because they never really got a chance to process who they are and express themselves in a healthy way so that they can really solidify what they want to do for the rest of their lives, much less who they are today as a person living in the here and the now moment.
So are there any mentoring programs that are available for youth and adolescents?
Yeah, every community has them. You can go to the YMCA, you can call different community organizations depending on the city that you live in. A good resource is going to your child's school and talking to, I always say the school secretary, because secretly behind the scenes they run the school.
Okay.
And really talking to them, or the principal or the vice principal, about different resources available.
So what's your contact information again?
So my website is dianebuford.us. My phone number is 253-269-0224. And also you can Google Diane Buford.
Well, thank you, Ms. Diane. It's been a pleasure. And thank you again for joining Public Report. My name is Katanya Van.
Thank you.
You've been watching Public Report, a public affairs presentation of KTBW. The opinions expressed in this program does not necessarily reflect the views of the Trinity Broadcasting Network.